Hey y'all, Scott here today with a different video. I haven't been posting much Luigi and Batman. So, here I am. I am here gonna showcase all my Pokemons I made for Pokemon battles, double specifically, and hopefully what I could make in the future. So first off, we started off with Puppet the Garchomp. I named it Puppet because Gibble looks so freaking stupid. It looks like it's living off of 2 brain cells and pure testosterone. And actually, let me do it in check summary. That's better. No shiny. Honestly, I don't care about shiny Garchomp. Terra Water so that it can resist ice moves. Because Garchomp is 4 times weak to ice. But in retrospect, I probably should have gone with Terra Steel. Terra Steel resists Freeze Dry as well, which is another ice move that is super effective against water types. The reason it's Water Terra because it's the freaking Terra Water Garchomp with Liquidation that you find in that cave. I don't know what it's called. I think it's one of the province where you find a roaming Terra Water Garchomp. And the moves are drained because I use most of its moves to max out its stats. I went max speed and attack. It's an adamant Garchomp as well. Forgot to mention that. Should mention it first. Sandveil because it's a wild Pokemon. You can't get wild Pokemon with their hidden ability. Get Liquidation because those are the 4 moves it starts with. I was supposed to give it Protect, but I ran out of TMs, and I haven't gotten into like beating up Lechonks, and I think it's I don't know. It's the one that evolves into Spupa, but it has Liquidation because of the Terra Water, Earthquake, and Dragon Claw. Because what other attacks are you running on Garchomp? I'm gonna do Protect once I like get the TMs and stuff. It's then for item, it's likely going to be Life Orb. Because I usually don't know what to do with these kind of setup-y blow-up attackers that just focus on damage and other stuff. Just mainly damage. That's what I always like struggle with their item. But I guess this guy could be Life Orb, like a glass cannon of some sort. Then here we have probably my favorite of them all. We got this shiny Caesar I got from a Japanese player. Funny, because I got him like on 2023. Yeah, it's like 3 years ago almost. I got him when I was trying to trade people for shinies, thinking that they would trade me shinies for random wild Pokemon, and this guy did. He he traded me a shiny Scyther, and which evolved into Caesar as soon as I got it. The problem was that I didn't give it back, so he rage quit because I kind of just took the Caesar that was his. Because back then I forgot it was common courtesy to give back a trade evolution Pokemon to the original trainer. But anyways, enough yapping. This is Caesar. He's got a Life Orb, and Technician. He's adamant as well. And since Caesar is a slow Pokemon, I maxed out his attack. Then I invested a lot into special defense because Caesar, I didn't invest. I don't think I even invested into his defense, and his defense is still higher than his special defense, and his special defense is almost maxed out. And then I also went for high HP because Caesar's a bulky attacker, so. Plus, I didn't invest anything into speed because it's Bullet Punch, U-Turn, Caesar. Bullet Punch, you're always going to be going first. And then U-Turn is better when you're slower so that the Pokemon you're bringing in don't take damage. And it's Swords Dance and Protect because double battles, and Swords Dance is to boost the power of Caesar, which is scarier because he has Bullet Punch and he's max attack. Then here we have Matt Damon. Matt Damon the Clawitzer. Like just yesterday, I found that it's pronounced Clawitzer. I call him Matt Damon because one of the Krills in Happy Feet is played by Matt Damon. And then I'm running Terra Dragon. Terra Water Caesar, I forgot about that. But Terra Water Garchomp, forgot. Terra Dragon, because honestly, Terra Dragon is the best possible Terra for Clawitzer. I just can't think of any other Terra better than Dragon. Maybe Dark, but Dark doesn't really give him any defensive value. So like Dragon is like the perfect Terra for Clawitzer. Because not only can it be an offensive Terra, it can also be a defensive Terra because of Dragon Pulse. Because Dragon Pulse is by far the best move for Clawitzer, as well as Dark Pulse and Water Pulse. Usually people go for Ice Beam when they go Choice Specs Clawitzer, because I have Choice Specs. But I went Ice Beam because Ice Beam does more damage, and it hits Grass types in case they switch into Grass types. But then again, I also have Terra Dragon in case they have anything super effective against Clawitzer. Because then you could also do Terra Grass, but then you'd run the risk of being weak to Fire. Terra Ground, you'd be weak to Water and Ice. I mean, Dragon, you're still weak to Ice, but you resist all the other starter types. Then for his stats, I went maxed out Special Attack. Similar to Caesar, but I invested, I tried to even out his, defensive stats. Like, right now, his defense and special defense are the exact same. And I also invested slightly less into his HP. Because I, decided to, even out his defensive stats. But his HP stat is already pretty high. It's his second highest stat. And the reason I didn't invest anything to speed because I invested into his bulk because he's extremely slow. I mean, right now he's I think it's timid, right? The nature, no, timid's the one for speed. I think it's modest. His modest nature is minus attack, and his attack is still higher than his speed. So it's like, why am I gonna run a fast Clauncher? The only thing I'm gonna outspeed is other Clauncers, which nobody uses Clawitzer because he's garbage. I'm using him because I just like Clauncher as a Pokemon. Then you have in Caboose, the Indeedee female. This is a more typical Indeedee female. I got this one from a raid, and it had its hidden ability Psychic Surge, which was great. I run the typical set: Follow Me, Protect, Helping Hand, Psychic. I think I thought about something because I kept thinking I was running something other than Helping Hand. But no, it's the typical Indeedee set. I think other Indeedees run Trick Room. I didn't because I'd rather have two Indeedees just so that one of them is what's it called? An Indeedee 4 Trick Room, and this one that can just be used in any possible team because I don't really make teams. I make Pokemon that I can use in combinations for multiple teams instead of having only specific teams. And its nature is plus special defense minus attack. Something I did wrong was invest a lot into its special defense, which was not a great idea because it's plus special defense nature. So I could have maxed out its defense as well. But I decided to boost its special defense because that's what you should do with all support Pokemon. You just invest into their bulk. Then here you have the two I didn't make. We got this Whimsicott and Grimmsnarl, which are both mystery gift Pokemon from actual competitive Pokemon players. This is a support Whimsicott with Tailwind, Light Screen, and Encore. With Terra Water, because what other Terra do you run besides Terra Steel? I think Terra Steel would be pretty good on Whimsicott as well. And then this guy also did my mistake, but I think it was intentional because competitive Pokemon players know what they're doing. I'm not. Then here you have a Grimmsnarl by Nantaro. This guy's Thunder Wave, Spirit Break, Reflect, Light Screen. possibly the most average Grimmsnarl ever, but I'm not mad. These are the stats. This is what I should have done with my Indeedee female. Max HP, just invest a little bit into their special defense. And then we move out of here. We go to my other box. These are the guys that I'm not finished with yet. Like these guys on the top. Those guys I'm just like missing like one or two things. And these guys are like barely started at all. So anyways, I'm not even going to go through these guys because I don't think I've done anything with those. Just going to go with the guys that I have any progress in. We have Cheese the Gengar, who's Terra Flying. I got this guy from a Terra raid as well. He's also a choice specs like Clawitzer. Because honestly, I don't know what other thing you do besides Focus Sash. So it's Dark Pulse, Shadow Ball, Dazzling, and Giga Drain. I've honestly considered something other than Giga Drain, like, or Dark Pulse, honestly. I might get rid of Dark Pulse and replace it with Psychic, and Giga Drain replace it with Icy Wind for speed control. Because Dark Pulse and Shadow Ball are basically the same move. Then it's IVs. This is the problem. He doesn't have max attack. It's almost maxed out. It doesn't have max speed. The problem is that he invests way too much into his bulk. And for some reason, his attack is all the way up here when it should be all the way over here. I don't know what the hell I was doing with this guy. But that's not a Gengar I want. But it's also the only Gengar I have, so I kind of have to use it. And I also don't have any berries that lower his base his base attack. For some reason, I don't have any of those berries. I have everything else, but not the one that I need. Anyways, Among Us. Trash Boat the Mungus. I named this guy Trash Boat because I like regular show, and I have a similar Amoonguss in a Pokemon Sword named Gus Bus. And Gus Bus and Trash Boat are two nicknames from my youngest brother. And then this guy just the most. This is just a Wolfie VGC Amoonguss. Spore, Protect, Rage Powder, Sludge Bomb. And this guy is more closely to what I want. It's a special defense boosting nature. And I just max out his defense. And he also has Regenerator. And I think I gave him, Rocky Helmet. Just a standard Amoonguss, nothing too special. He's just missing his Terra type, which is supposed to be Terra Water. But I wasted all my Terra Water shards on Caesar, which honestly a good investment. Then we have Big Ol' Bites the Salamence, who's also missing his Terra type. This is a more support-oriented Salamence. I maxed out his HP and speed. Well, not really, but because I invested a bit into his attack so he can do some damage. Realistically, I probably shouldn't have, but I don't have the berries that lower attack, so I have Dragon Claw to do damage because I invested into his attack. I have Air Slash because he's fast and I want him to flinch the other Pokemon. And then Protect because it's double battles, and then Tailwind for speed control. And he also has Intimidate because I don't know what other ability you run on Salamence besides Intimidate. And here we have All-Star, a shiny Dondozo I got from another trade. And this guy is probably going to be a leftovers Dondozo. Fuck, I forgot about the other items. Salamence? I don't even know what item I'm going to run on Salamence. I guess maybe a Citrus Berry, since I don't really know. And then for Dondozo, this is Heavy Slam. It's supposed to be Wave Crash, but I didn't freaking overdose him in rare candies yet. And Order Up. His stat distribution is max attack, high HP, and for some reason I decided to invest into special defense and speed. Honestly, I don't even know why I invest into special defense. I guess it's just to add to his bulk. And then speed to maybe outspeed other Dondozos. Because me and my brother do a lot of Pokemon battles. And he's also going to run it. Dondozo Tatsugiri. And then speaking of which, here's this Skibidi Riz the Fracture. I named him Skibidi Rizzy because I'm gonna give this one to my brother for a Larvitar, and I named him Skibidi Riz just to piss him off. And this is a bulky Haxorus. I didn't invest anything into I didn't invest much into his speed. Actually, I didn't invest anything into his speed because he has Dragon Dance, and he already has a pretty decent speed. And I thought since he has Dragon Dance and he's already gonna be moving, he's already gonna have higher speed because of Dragon Dance. He's not gonna need to invest much into speed. So I instead decided to max out his bulk. And this guy's gonna be a Citrus Berry, Haxorus, just so that in case he takes too much damage from the first hit, he heals, sets up Dragon Dance, and just blows up the opponent. Or at least that's what he thought. That's what me and my brother came up with. Because honestly, I might make a Haxorus as well, an Assault Vest Haxorus. Then we have my freaking goat, Tactical the Electrode. Alright, now speak up. I know Electrode freaking sucks. I know this. Electrode is a dog shit Pokemon, but I'm biased, which is why I'm making an Electrode. Since he's and then Max Attack Electrode. Gosh, this is why I really need that freaking berry. This is just a typical annoying Electrode. Taunt, Thunder Wave, and Volt Switch with Focus Sash. Does he have? Did I not give him the Focus Sash? Oh no, it's because I'm still trying to train this guy. Because look at this freaking disaster over here. Like a complete polar opposite of what I should be investing on Electrode. Because back then I was a dumb, stupid child thinking that if Electrode had a higher attack stat, Foul Play would do more damage. Because I used to have Foul Play on this dude. Which I opted out, which I replaced with Taunt. I was also gonna run Light Screen as well, but then I realized that I wasn't gonna give him Soft Sand. I was gonna give him Focus Sash, so I decided to not because it's only gonna be 5 turns. Well, let me rephrase that. I was struggling between giving him Taunt or not because I was running Thunder Wave Light Screen. Then I had the revolution that I was not gonna run Light Clay on Electrode. So then I thought it would be fine if I didn't. So it would be fine if I had Taunt on him as well. So I gave him a Taunt, which is originally not supposed to be. It was supposed to be Light Screen. But I thought, nah, he doesn't even know Reflect. He doesn't know Reflect either, which is strange because he knows Light Screen. So I just gave him Taunt because he wasn't gonna hold the Light Clay. Here we have Meatball Sub the Dondozo. This guy is an Assault Vest Dondozo. This guy does have Wave Crash, and instead of Protect, he has Earthquake. He has a pretty similar stat distribution to the other Dondozo, except that I invested way more into his special defense because right now he has 120 special defense, which I think with Assault Vest is 180, if I'm correct. Which is just going to be annoying to deal with because with Tatsugiri, he's just not going to be able to die unless you have a Pokemon with Haze or a Topsy-Turvy, which I highly doubt. And we have Lord Champa, which was originally named Garmadon, but it wouldn't allow me because I guess Pokemon hates Ninjago. So Lord Champa, a King Gambit. It took me a lot of time to get this guy. It was worth it, honestly. He's just missing his Terra type. Fuck, I forgot the Terra type. So this guy, let me go back. This guy, both of my Dondozos, Terra Dragon, because it's the same case with Clawitzer. They get defensive benefits and the offensive benefit because of one of their best moves is a dragon move. And then Fracture Terra Steel because of Fairy and Ice. No, because Terra Steel just resists every single one of his weaknesses. And I also decided to give him Iron Head, which combined with Dragon Dance is gonna be crazy. At least I think so. But who knows? My brother might not be very fond of my ability of playing Pokemon. Then this guy, honestly, I don't even know what kind of Terra to give him. Maybe Terra Flying, Terra Ground, Terra Dark, in case of Prankster Pokemon. Or Terra Flying just so that he doesn't die to ground moves. I don't know about running a defensive Terra on Electrode of all Pokemon. The Meatball Sub, the same as All-Star, Terra Dragon for the same reasons. Then Lord Champa, Terra Ghost because he's times 4 weak to fighting. In Terra Ghost, he's just immune to fighting. And then right now I have Swords Dance, Kowtow Cleave, Iron Head, and Protect. Because I did not know that Sucker Punch was an egg move. And I hate egg moves so much. And this is another bulky slow attacker. Max attack and high special defense. Very similar to my Caesar now that I think about it. A lot of the bulky Pokemon I have is max attack and then pretty even bulk distribution. I guess it's different on my Caesar because he's just a freaking good ass Pokemon that doesn't. He's not a slow attacker per se, since he's gonna have priority bullet punch. The only time he's ever gonna go last in the turn order is gonna be U-turn. U-turn or Swords Dance. Otherwise, he's always going first. And then here you have the other guys. This Berry Sax, the Bisharp, does have a Sucker Punch. Cause let me see if the wrong one, wrong button. Cause it took me for fucking ever because I used Lord Champa, who is a male King Gambit, to get a Sucker Punch Poniard, which took forever. Which, by the way, why does Poniard evolve so late? He evolves at level 52. But yeah, it's Defiant because Intimidate equals attack boost. And then I'm also thinking maybe I get a support Pokemon with Fake Tears, like Mousehold. Then Fake Tears so that he gets a +2 attack boost. And then he's just going to be murdering everyone because he also has Sucker Punch. And then later I'm going to give him Iron Head. And then, knowing my brother, he's probably going to go target the guy that's destroying all his team. So protect him, then Tailwind, and even worse for him. But yeah, those are currently the Pokemon I have right now for Pokemon battles. I'm also training Marcus the Larvesta, who honestly I might make a support Volcarona. Because my siblings have not seen how good a support Volcarona can be. Because they just know that typical Quiver Dance Heat Wave set that I taught them. But I'm probably going to make multiple male Volcaronas with funny guy names. And just have them with completely different sets. Like this guy, Marcus. He's probably going to be a support Volcarona. Then probably another one named Larry, who's the typical sweeper Volcarona. And then another guy, probably Bobber Roberts, who is a mix of both. Then here you have some other ones. We have A10 Warhog. I don't know if it was a Warhog or Warthog. He has Terra Steel, which is good. Because not only does he resist everything Dragon is weak to, he also loses the weaknesses for Ghost and Steel, for Ghost Dark. And he also has Clear Body, which I think is a really good ability, especially with Pokemon like Incineroar who have Intimidate. I still haven't gone Pokemon home. I haven't gone around to getting Pokemon home so that I can trade my Pokemon Go Littens and then use an ability patch to give them Intimidate. Because otherwise I would have had like 5 different Incineroars, like Citrus Berry, Safety Goggles, Assault Vest, Incineroar. Like I just recently started using Assault Vest in Pokemon Double Battles in Pokemon Showdown. It's pretty good. I kind of miss lowering the stats with Parting Shot. And then next I just have I have this Beavis the Terra Rocket Baxcalibur. I honestly don't know what to do with this guy. I kind of just have him here because I think his IVs are pretty good. Yeah, perfect attack, perfect HP, perfect speed. Yeah, he's got really good EVs. I'm just not a big fan of the ability Ice Body because, frankly, I don't like snow teams because there's not as much diversity as like in a sand or like in any other weather team. Because in sand you can run ground, steel, and rock types, as well as any Pokemon with Sand Rush like Dracovish. Because in Sword and Shield, my siblings hate me whenever I have my sand team because I always have Dracovish and he's just one-shotting most of their Pokemon. Meanwhile, in snow teams, you just have ice types like Baxcalibur, Alolan Ninetales, Incineroar. And it's like, if there's a fire type on the other team, there's not much you can do about it unless you terrestrialize your Pokemon to a different type. Then here we have a Reptar, a shiny Dragonite with Inner Focus. Gladly. I'm probably going to make him Terra Normal just to explode everything with Terra Normal Extreme Speed. Because I also have another Dragonite that I'm probably going to make a support, you know, Haze, Tailwind, and all that stuff. Because right now he has Dragon Dance, Iron Head, Extreme Iron Dragon Tail. Probably gonna make him Choice Band Dragonite because just to do more damage with Extreme Speed. You have Pancha, named after my dog in Arcanine. This one's gonna be a support mix attacker, sadly, because I never liked using. I can see why nobody ever does a mixed attacker Pokemon because if you're a mixed attacker, you don't want to lower either one of your offensive stats. But then again, as well, if you want your Pokemon to live, you don't want it to lower either one of its defensive natures. So like your only option is to use Hardy, Bashful, Quirky, but then you miss out on the 10% boost you get from a boosted nature or a stat boosting nature. But then I'm also gonna make this girl Terra Normal to once again explode with people with extreme speed. But I'm not gonna give him choice band like Reptar because he's a support. The last thing you want on a support Pokemon is a choice item. Extreme speed, protect, helping hand, and flamethrower. I don't know about helping hand. I guess it's more so the support he gives with intimidate that really makes you think of a support Pokemon. Because otherwise, he's more of an attacker. The only reason I even consider him a support is because of Helping Hand, which is the most bare bones support move you can give to any Pokemon. Not a bad one, but like, if I gave my Gengar Helping Hand, is it a support? No, because it's a Choice Specs Gengar. If I gave my Dondozo Helping Hand, would it be a support? No. Would I give Electrode helping? No, Electrode is a support. Anyways, enough. Next guy in line, we have a Krogunk that I got from an egg. This guy's useful. Jolly. Yeah, it's a Jolly Krogunk. Very useful, I say. Probably gonna make this guy a buddy with Surf, since he has Dry Skin, which pairs really well in rain teams. Then probably gonna give him a Fake Out, which I hope he doesn't get as an egg move. Same with Bullet Punch, which I'm afraid he probably will. And none of the Hitmonlees, none of the Hitmons are in this game, or at least I think none of them are, or in the base game because I don't have the DLC. Because I think Bullet Punch might be pretty good against rock types, fairy types, especially when I'm probably gonna give him a Kingdra partner, but I don't even know if Kingdra's in the base game. Then we have D&D the Dunsparce, Terra Poison to resist fighting attacks, and that's it. Otherwise, I would have given him Terra Ghost. And he has Serene Grace, which means Body Slam, not Drill Run. Because Dunsparce is always going to be the slowest Pokemon on the field. But then Yawn, just to be annoying, probably going to give him Protect. Yeah, probably Protect. And something else, like Body Press maybe, Coil. Then here we have Curly Tatsugiri, Destroyer God. I'm probably going to make him a Choice Scarf or Choice Spec, something like that. He's Commander because what other ability do you give him? Tatsugiri's not good unless he's with Dondozo. Mighty Water, Nasty Plot, just the first thing you get from a Tatsugiri when you catch it. Because I haven't really gotten into his moveset yet, but I'm probably thinking Muddy Water, Draco Meteor, Icy Wind, and what else was it? I don't know, it's something like that. Muddy Water, Draco Meteor, Icy Wind. Yeah, I can't think of the other one, but it was probably a move that wasn't 100% accurate. Then we have Boris Jr., the Krokorok. Boris Jr. because I have a crocodile named Boris Johnson. Right now, I haven't even touched him because of his minus attack nature. But Intimidate, which equals Support, which equals Hone Claw's Rock Slide, which is what I think in my brain. Because what I think is I max out his speed, probably Choice Scarf, but a support Pokemon with a choice item is not good. So I'm thinking max speed, then I give him Hone Claws, and then I just spam click the Rock Slide button, and just try to flinch other Pokemon. Which is what I thought about my brother's team, because he's also making a Crocodile, a Krokorok. Yeah, Crocodile with Rock Slide, just so that he can spam Rock Slide and make the other Pokemon flinch. Though honestly, it's probably not the best strategy since I don't think Krokorok has that high of a speed stat. Especially because Crocodile's base stat total is extremely low. 519 is insane. And then here we have probably the better Garchomp, Steel type, which I should probably change that because it just gives away the Terra. And then this guy has his hidden ability, Rough Skin, which just means Rocky Helmet. It translates into a Rocky Helmet held item. Minus attack nature, again, not ideal, but he has Dragon Claw, which is good. Probably gonna give him Earthquake, Protect, and maybe this guy gets Swords Dance. Maybe he has a Set Sweeper instead of a blow-up attacker like Puppet. But yeah, right. That's currently what I have for my competitive Pokemon builds. Like, let me know what you think in the comments. Subscribe if you liked it. And once again, remember, drugs are bad.